Hello, I am Kapu. Outside of furry fandom, I am a stores operator, just making PCBs. And within the furry fandom, I help with creative stuff at other conventions, and I'm also looking to start a little market event for specifically for furries.
And what got you into the furry fandom in the first place?
Well, um, so the funny thing is, like, I was drawing a lot of like Sonic when I was younger. I was just absolutely obsessed with Sonic. Um, I got really into it and started like making my own characters from it. My first like character, or almost first Sony, you could say, was a penguin called Blizzard, like in the Sonic style. I'd learned about what furries was, and at the time I didn't actually like them. Then I was dragged to my first furry meet with a friend, and it was just, oh, okay, this is what I am. So I was kind of dragged into it.
I mean, to be fair, it's a fairly like common occurrence. People are like, "No, I'm not a furry," but like my friend is, and the next thing you know, you got a 10,000 euro fursuit.
Yep, yeah, absolutely. I mean, I my fondest memory with that though, because like at the time I was like pretty socially awkward, so it was kind of a I kind of like told my mom a little bit about it and was just like, well, I know you're good with sewing machines, so can you help me make this tail? And then she just responded with the question, does it mean you're going to leave the house? Yes, I will make it for you. I've still got that tail somewhere actually.
So tell me a bit about your persona. How did you make a platypus species persona? I've never ever seen a platypus apart from yourself before.
Uh, it kind of came after like several years of changes. I like circulated through God. There's a hedgehog, then a bandersnatch, then a heron, then a corgi, and then eventually I landed on a platypus as a joke because someone on Tumblr said I reminded them of a platypus. No idea why. And then I just ended up like I drew him, and then I ended up falling in love with him, and I've I've not changed since, and it's going to be God 10 years next year actually. So happy 10 year anniversary to Kapu next year,
Wow.
and they're just neat little guys. They're funky, they're weird. They've got so much weird like animal facts about them. Just they're just neat.
So off air, I know you from Scotiacon. We've done a lot of stuff together over the years, different spaces. How did
Yeah.
you get involved in Scotiacon over like a couple of years ago?
Mostly through friends of friends. So I knew Lily quite well, Lily who does the art auction. Originally I was starting to like help her more just because we'd like travel up together. So I figured, oh, well, I'm here and got nothing to do. All of my friends are doing a bit of work. I'll help them out. And then from there, just got asked, oh, do you want to do this like permanently? Got a yes. From there, I expressed about like wanting to do some more drawing and more like art towards the convention. And that's when the opportunity for doing the creative, like the artistic direction kind of thing for the convention came up. And so I figured, yeah, I'll throw my hat in the ring, and ended up getting it and just been doing it from there ever since.
So how did you get involved on the creative side of the team?
Uh, Originally, I think the very first thing I ended up doing was I made an icon for the Telegram chat for the prehistoric year, and then from there it just gotten into, oh, I'll design this little banner for you. Oh, I'll design this little thing for auction. And then slowly I was kind of ended up building up like a spreadsheet of all of the things that needed doing, and just like once I got a team together, like tackling them one by one and kind of organizing it from there. It's weird because like you you kind of expect it to be like just non-stop drawing all the time, but to be honest, like when you're kind of leading the team, your job then becomes more just pointing at a thing and saying, right, you're doing this, and then pointing at something else, you're doing that. And you're almost kind of like more of a wrangler than the actual artist at that point. I feel like that's gone off topic from the main question, but yeah.
Does the pressure of having like a severe deadline for such a big project ever get to you? And if so, how do you deal with it?
Uh, Mostly just you can like once you've got a number, you can never start too early, and then if it's things that like you can do, like after a while, you just kind of learn to do it idly, and if you can do it idly, you can kind of just switch off with a podcast and like funnily enough, like this podcast, and just do it in the background. It only gets a bit worrying when you're like the week before because then it's like, no, you can't take breaks, you have to hurry. Like for some people, that pressure is like kind of motivating. For others, it can be a bit scary, but it's just kind of giving yourself plenty of time, making sure make like leave yourself like that little bit of buffer so if you do run over, it's okay. Um, that was something I always struggled with, still do now, not gonna lie. Like it happens. It's convention time.
As they say, the con crunch is real.
Yep, absolutely. Like there's a reason people say, "Oh, it's running on con time," because like things do get delayed. It's just inevitable.
With being so involved in the convention side of things, what was your first ever furry convention?
That was Confuzzle 2013. It was the medieval year. Although I did do a Comic Con in 2012 in London, actually. So I suppose Confuzzled's my first furry con, but my first convention in general was MCM Comic Con London.
So in May 26th, that'll be 13 years ago. Not to frighten the
Yes.
bejesus out of you. But how do you think the furry
I'm
fandom
old.
and the convention scene has changed since then?
Um, oh. See, I'm not really sure because like to a degree I'd say, oh yeah, it was completely different when I was young, but it's also like I don't want this to sound patronizing, but it's also like I'm a lot older, so some of the stuff that I see and diff and is different. I'm trying to like I try and envision myself and like, okay, when I was that, was it actually much different? Like to a degree, it's still kind of the same, except a lot of like a lot of the language is different, and a lot of the stuff around it is different, but like kind of things like the opportunities and that, if anything, it's gotten better for younger folks because it's a lot easier for them to like start getting into it and start making friends and stuff. I don't know. Like it's definitely changed, but I'd say it's changed for the better.
So when it comes to the creative side of an event, people lots of see, the stickers around the place or specific props and specific designs and things. How do
Hmm.
you and the team come up with an idea? Like you look at a space and go, I want to put X in here or Y in here. How does that happen?
So a lot of it, you kind of like a lot of it you have to kind of get in the mindset of the theme. Like that probably sounds so cheesy, but a lot like particularly we'll take like this year for example, like the cowboy themes. So a lot of a lot of stuff I tell people to do straight away is like, okay, watch some movies that are to do with this theme or play some games that are to do with this theme. So a lot of people have been playing like Red Dead Redemption 2, a lot of people have been watching Rango. Um, Kind of like get into the mindset of the theme, and then after a while, you kind of like start to see, okay, this thing is like reoccurring. So what can we do with like you've kind of got to like pick apart like what parts of a theme work and how can you make that work into the hotel. So that's a better example as well. Like for the magic theme, the we had the dragons and stuff for like the photo areas, but they also served a purpose because like we had like an area where there is nothing there, so let's make a photo shoot area. What's something that's generally associated with magic? Dragons. So you then kind of go and make an area. You kind of with a lot of the hotel, you kind of like have a lot of freedom for if you could make something work but also serve a purpose as well. Yeah, very much like just get into the mindset of the theme. Um, enjoy some media that's to do with that theme as well, because even if it's something that like you didn't really think you were into, there is probably something out there that you enjoy to do with it. And also just as well, if like you know someone else who is really into that theme, just talk to them about it because them talking to you might give you ideas.
Like at the end of the day, the bottom line is always about like a community, I suppose.
Yeah, definitely. Like no one like it's not a job that someone can do on their own. Like you very much like need a team because you need to bounce ideas off think people and like because if it's just you on your own, then you might come up with an idea that you think in your head, oh yeah, this is going to be amazing, but then someone else like voice of reason can say, well actually you probably can't do that because of XYZ, or no, that's just a bit naff. You kind of like need someone else to like just kind of check, like keep you in check every now and again as well.
What's that moment like when you like go to an event, right, and you've set everything up and you're walking around, and you see people interacting with the props and different photo shoots and things, and you see that online? What's that like full circle moment? Like, oh, I thought of that idea, or oh, I put that there. Does that ever hit you?
It does. Uh it's a nice feeling. Like I can't I honestly struggle to describe it because like a lot of my stuff is like because I'm a bit like socially awkward. A lot of the ways I like try and do like I try and like help with things and make stuff that people enjoy because that's kind of my way of like kind of like putting myself out there without putting myself out there, if that makes sense. So when people like are out there like enjoying the thing you've set up, even though like your name isn't directly linked to it, it's still just like a really nice feeling because it's like kind of that, oh, people are enjoying themselves because of me. And it's it does kind of boost your ego a little bit, not gonna lie, but at the same time, like if people are enjoying what you have created, then yeah, you should be able to feel good about that, like feel a bit of pride about it.
Going to something a bit different, as I see on television, you recently got
Hmm.
a new pet, a new child, your
I
lizard,
have a child,
a
yes.
child. Tell me all about them.
So her name is Pancake. She is a bearded dragon. Um, we we sadly cannot have a cat in our house because it's rented and my dad's allergic. So I kind of suggested to my fiance, well, why don't we get a bearded dragon? Because I've had them before and their temperament's very similar. And well, he said yes, and we've had a about 3 months now, and oh my God, we I think we're totally in love with her, and she was like quite timid at first because we rehomed her, but now she's gotten used to us. We can't imagine life without her. She's sassy, she's lovely, and just enjoys traveling, which I did not expect for a lizard. I thought, okay, she'll just want to hang out with in her viv like all of my other lizards have, but no, she we got her one of those little bubble backpacks, and oh my God, she loves it. Like it's a pain getting her in there, but once she's in there, she's just looking around. She's curious of everything that's going on. She has surprised me for a lizard.
So what I'm hearing is lizards are just smaller cats.
Yes, smaller. I was about to say hairless cats, but no, that's an actual thing. Smaller, scaly cats. Yes.
And what's it like with her? Because you're saying, she's very sassy. What would be like your advice to a new lizard owner?
Um, Patience is key. Like change doesn't happen overnight, particularly if you're rehoming one that hasn't been handled a lot. Just little steps. Like I know what we did to get her used to us was kind of like just sit next to her while she's in the tank and just talk, like let them get used to your presence. And then from there, just get to like petting them while they're like sat down, and then just yeah, slow and steady. There's you can never do too much research as well because are essentially like still pretty new pets. They were like brought over in the I want to say the 80s, so like we've got a lot more knowledge on them now, but we're still learning. But yeah, just lots of research, but lots of patience. That's your main thing. They are very much very similar to cats in that kind of like if they don't want you to pet them, they will let you know and don't don't breach their barriers too much because they will go, nope, I've had enough now. Goodbye.
Well, Kapu, unfortunately, it is the end of our time together this evening. It's been absolutely wonderful to have you on. Thank you so much for coming on the show. I really appreciate
Well,
it,
thank you
especially because
very much for having me.
we're recording these months in advance. So it's fascinating to like hear things, the juicy gossip behind the scenes for me. But when it comes to this being published, I'm like, oh, it'll be public information.
That's all right. Thank you for having me. I apologize if I do talk myself in circles. I try and like make a point, but then I realize, oh, I've started just rambling completely off topic halfway through. So I apologize if I have come across like that.
Before you go, can you let people know where they can find you online?
Yes, so I am on Blue Sky. My at is Kina Kapu on that, which is KEENAKAPU. Or there is my lovely store where I do D&D themed commissions and stuff, which is Carter Crap, which is beautiful. I promise it's not swearing. At Blue Sky, where you can get wooden themed goodies, both D&D and furry. And there will be a link in the description provided by the lovely Ink.
Fabulous. Thank you so much, Kapu. I've really enjoyed a little chat. But for now, I gotta tune out. Bye for now.
Bye.